聊一下为什么要去改这个操作。对，那其实很重要一个点就是 AB 键它的那个搓招的玩法它是比较难的，那我们很多的玩家其实是他是玩不懂的。对，但是我们又想要保留这种高操作的这种玩法感受。那么怎样在保留特色的前提下，然后进行简化，其实就是崩落浮华在玩法设计上一个比较重要的一个课题。那这次的核心思路其实是我们降低了每个招式释放的门槛，就很直观，就是动能槽满了你就放分支，然后有闪避技能的时候你就放格击架势，
有了就打。
对，就是哪里亮了你就释放，对你不需要在 AAB， 然后那个 B 你才能打出固定的架势。
1000个人有1000个浮华。
对，是这样的。那我们也为这种自由去提供了设计。对，我们这次选择了可以让玩家去自由的去切换架势的这种设计，并且让切换的这个行为融入在了招式设计里面，就是分支攻击。刚才说到那对连携，
是
对，你可以选择切架势，也可以选择不切架势。那这个切架势的这个行为其实都融入在了我们的招式里面。那我们是希望玩家可以自由的去编排自己的连段，然后我们也希望做出一个让大部分玩家都能够上手的角色，而不是就只能在视频里面看看别人这个角色好酷，但是我自己好像玩不出来。对，那虽然说是我们提供了一些自由度但是在深渊和战场这样的玩法里，它一定是有自由流程的。那这个其实是竞速玩法里面它无法避免的一个情况。但是如果即便是玩家不这么打玩家按照自己的思路去编排，那这个实际上的我们功利一点，就是说这个数值收益其实也不会差太多。对，我们是严格控制这个，因为提供了这个自由度，那你打我们最优的策略，以及或者说你打自己编排的流程，它的数值上的差距不会差很多。
这个是很困难的。
对，
是每一个环节都要讲究平衡
对，
分寸。
对，是的。
所以听下来感觉这一次浮华的一个关键词就是它会更加自由，给玩家更多的一个发挥的一个空间。
我还想再问一下，这次在设计的时候又有什么思路呢？是怎么想到在玩法上做出这种改变的？
玩法上的思考，我觉得我可以说2点吧。一个是刚才说的，就是流程编排的这个设计就是刚才说了，确实是我们会有一套就是所谓的官方推荐的最优流程。那在编排这个最优流程的时候，比如说我举个例子，比如说浮华以腿的架势入场的时候，那他在离场的时候一定会以拳的架势离场。那他下次再进来的时候，他就会以拳的形态入场。那么这样的话，你每一轮的操作其实是一样的，但是你打出来的东西是不一样的。
变化。
对，就是拳进场和腿进场，它其实是你打东西是不一样的。对，是这样的。这个也是我们想要尝试做的一个改变。对。然后另外一点其实是刚才说的那个自由度上的一个思考就是刚才也讲了，就是太自由这个事情其实不好做。那过于自由其实会导致一些问题，比如说会有玩家玩不懂，对，也可能会有一些错误的引导，导致玩家去打一些其实表现并不好的流程。那有的时候我们确实是需要通过一些资源的限制，然后去做玩法上的引导的。但是我们的方案尽量不去影响玩家的操作手感。比如说我们一定不会做的一件事情叫做给切换架势做很长时间的冷却，因为这件事情它会严重的影响到角色最根本的一个操作流畅感。对，我们这个角色要的就是我打着打着，你点一下武器键，我立刻就切到另外一个形态，然后可以继续打。那我这个东西如果哪怕给你一个3秒的 CD， 你都会觉得这个角色一下变得不流畅，变得开始卡手。对，所以在这个方面上，我们在自己做一些调优的方案上也是做了很多的考量。
旭光老师讲了很多的一个设计思考但我看到浮华实际的时候，还是会有一些熟悉的以前的装甲的影子。这部分可以讲一下吗？
当然了，我们也保留了一些原本浮华招式的一些特色，一些很有代表性的，比如像白夜的那个连续踢击，
对的，
然后还有那个推波。对，我们觉得就是它作为浮华的就集大成的一个装甲，那么它对一些比较有代表性的招式是有一些传承的我也相信玩家也是愿意看到这些东西的。然后另外就是乐图我们直接其中一个流派做了一个白夜开大。对，就是你一直单点一个键，然后我会自动的帮你把所有的招式全部串起来。白夜这个角色老玩家就比较熟悉了，
我100 SP 了。
对，当年的那个平民战神。对，那白夜开大的这个体验，就大家也可以在乐图里面去体验到。对，
那说了这么多，玩家可能还是听不明白，不如旭光老师来给我们现场演示一下。
哦，可以啊，我这边正好有台测试机，可以让马老师来体验一下这个一键通关的这个感受。
让我学学。
对。那你可以看到就是
可以
啊，这个刻影2个架势下的普通攻击、排云击及破空斩啊，融汇至一套普通攻击招式啊。造成伤害倍率什么提高巴拉巴拉巴拉，对，反正就是把所有的招式都融在一起，然后你只要点就可以了。对，
所以就是只要点就可以了。
对，只要点就可以。
这个点啊，
是的。
好嘞，让我来试试啊。有些紧张，第一次上手玩。
是的。
哎呦，亮了，点一下，开大了。是不是开的有点早？
就完全不需要，你把那3个键抠掉就好了。
这样啊？
对，是的。
就一个键我就摁到底。
对。
帅！
哇，这真的是只点一个键打出来的效果吗？
哇，当时白夜的那个开大，它背后还有那些残影，都给它还原。
Dari kacang gate, susu, kayaknya enggak bang, foto, welcome bang foto, welcome bang dis, welcome juga bang Adi, thank you mampir.
那个乐
图
就wampam
jadi wampaman，
手机放在桌子上，然后放个苹果在那个攻击键上，对。对，就可以打通了。
Gak gajah sih, kristal gua kurang。
然后大家无脑选要面就完事了。
Makin smooth aja gerakannya ya kan。
让我按一按吧。开个大吧。
Bisa itu juga ya。
就你想怎么打就怎么打。你看4波已经打完了。
Buset darahnya ngambil banyak ya。
要选什么刻印？这次是千劫。
Itu kan kode redeem。Belum ada bang Adi。
打。
Ngeri kali。
马上就打完了，真强啊！
buset。
好，结束了。
Oh, kalau dia dah ini apa namanya? Darahnya dah dikorbankan sampai jadi 1， dia akan kembali lagi setelah ultimate ya。
我也是非常心动啊，要不然让我来凹一个分。
可以。
你还真给呀！
我们先聊让他打。
开个玩笑，还是让我们来一起看一看浮华新和圣痕的介绍吧。
Keren。
那这次
7.2版本之后呢 weaponnya ya yang bintang 5 dengan pre-arm，
它的超限武器万古一句辽也会同步进行试装。
浮华的推荐圣痕套装碎华之位
ini buat stigmata。
非常有意思啊，它讲述了浮华人生中的3个阶段。先是前文明阶段，无忧无虑的学生时期。
是的。
然后是现文明守护神州的驰援仙人。最后是我们熟悉的圣弗雷亚的班长。
那这次浮生渡尘之语的扩充补给中还有一个额外的小活动，那抽取指定次数的补给之后可以获得浮生莉莉圣痕自选箱，那还有就是支援单星的装备自选箱、浮生之语晋升印章等额外的奖励。那打开自选箱之后，还可以获得浮生渡尘之语的推荐武器和圣痕哦。
看到我们新圣痕的这3个人生阶段，已经能想到他漫长的人生中一步一步。
Apa artinya Bu？ Artinya Anda sangat leluhur besar Bang Dis。
可能正是因为这一路走来，这一路的艰辛，才让现在的平静显得非常的可贵。
真的是非常。
Nanti lah gue lihat kalau ada joki-jokian。Welcome Bang Akira。Main Ignite kah？ Kayaknya sih main Ignite。Nggak mungkin kan gua Garuda ranking S。Nggak Ignite。Itu bahasa Cina apa JP Cina？ Welcome Bang Timothy。
没错，开始我们也有提到过，他和十之律者现在在进行一段旅行。这也就是我们这次的版本活动寻渊漫路讲的。
Artinya apa Bang Messi？
旅途虽好，但是好景不长。
Ini event ya？ Wah， bagus banget ya eventnya。Emak dan anak eventnya weh。Siapa tahu main weekend kayak Phoenix bisa saja banyak efeknya。bisa weekend bisa Ignite。Selain dari fire， mereka ngomong apa lelur？ mereka ngomong Anda sangat GG。Event emak dan anak tadi itu bagus。
要素齐全，
我只能说还是让舰长们在 活动剧情你们看一下什么叫真正的自行车战士。
Emak dan anak dalam satu sepeda。
因为2个角色都是由您来配音的，那在配音棚里你会就是自己跟自己说话吗？
Emak anak apa yang sudah mereka rencanakan tuh? Mereka merencanakan buat versi itu.
他们风格首先
yang akan datang di 7.3 itu Valkyrie baru katanya.
你有毛病吧？
Ya Project Part 2.
有毛病吧？
Betul. Itu rencananya katanya. Saya sangat excited. Menunggu gitu. Itu ada stand akriliknya gua lihat. Aduh, Bang Timote bahasa Cina juga. Tuh ada itu tuh. Yang di samping boneka ayam tuh kan. Yang Project Part 2. Karakternya cantik sekali. Puhua Garuda 7.2. Apa udah di Mars? Kayaknya belum dah. Ini apa? Event di 7.2 yang akan datang. Lah, pinball. Gua lihat eventnya pinball. Pinball Tetris.
那作为攻击机关的工具，
kayak pinball 呀，
有不同的效果，而且随着挑战的深入呢，那角色升级，还有每位角色还将解锁自己的独特的能力，还有专属的弹丸。那发射之前，
eventnya anak-anak cocok untuk Senti.
针对性的
ya nih, gua lihat no.
发挥它最大的
pinball。
而弹丸呢，在弹射的过程中会撞击机关，而当机关被摧毁的时候，会触发一个射击效果。 有些机关可以帮助我们的角色打出更高的伤害。
Sorry, tiba-tiba keyboardku jadi bahasa Cina. Bagus eventnya. Event pinball jadi cocok ya buat si Senti-chan.
专属技能效果显著，而且风格各有不同。那随着角色养成等级的提升，那专属技能能力也将不断的得到强化。
Ya. UI-nya jadi lebih smooth juga soalnya. Aduh, kawaii nah, pada cibi-cibi.
通常来说，纪念物对战斗有
cibi-cibinya kawaii.
特别是部分专属纪念物在特定角色出战时，
kontennya cocok untuk anak-anak, tapi Valkyrie-nya nggak cocok buat anak-anak. Ya, fakta banget. Kebanjiran fakta. Oh ini outfitnya si Pardo dapat juga apa? Kayaknya itu yang mobil emblem dah. Outfitnya si Pardo free dari event.
还有水晶、能量模具以及3分结晶等奖励。
难道说看着这个图，传说中的13音节女仆系列服装
cantik ya outfit idol。
哎呀，不好说啊，我依稀记得之前
outfit Pardo event
特别节目就说过这个女仆。
Aduh mana translate-nya ya？
主要还是太奇怪了。那这里就让我来勉为其难，迎难而上好。
Kira dari tiket。
虽然那个梦外3是自由的，但是还是不建议。
香港老师还是太自由了，
是有点超前。
那咱们还是回到正题，来说一说这个新服装吧。
Marketing on kote mengerikan loh. Kok gitu? Welcome Kavina, thank you banget Kavina. Lo belum joki akunmu Kavina? Ebisnya? Kalau nggak sempat hari ini mungkin besok lo mainin. Oh efeknya cuman di visual doang ya outfitnya si Pardo.
又来小趣事。
Cuman tampilan.
想想啊，看我报的是赤渊，那。
ini yang baju merah VN-nya si Fuhua versi ini kah? Versi CN? Mau jokikan Lewis Kupu? Sabar. Gua belum open joki. Baru mulai. Akun gua belum, Bang Dis. Pardo outfit Medo mantap. Ini Medo.
金娜老师呢，也就是我们赤渊阿基的配音演员。 所以金娜老师以自己丰富的
BTW joki Ebis Om, ya sabar Kavina. Kalau nggak sempat hari ini besok gue mainin akunmu. Aman.
就一直在外面
Kan dah 1 bulan ya Kavina.
还挺有趣的。
1 bulan satu versi.
我们的空马老师当时是怎么去
gua mau itu ya, yang tadi yang laki-laki satu itu, yang di jaketnya itu di samping jaketnya, yang apa? Yang Elisya. Oh Meido, ya Meido. Oh, Pardo Meido oke juga. Banyak fan service nyang-nyangnya juga no.
时率剧情的主线剧情的时候，有一段。
Kesedin sama Nya，
就是他还是学生时代的这么一段回忆。可能我印象比较深的一句台词是：
BTW live gua aman nggak ya？
就是他有
jaringannya。 apa live-nya sekarang
这种情感
aman
我们想
Medo neko Mimi
玩家也去
Mue
一下
nyang
浮华的这一面，就是它
nyang
本质的这一面，所以
saya ingin para player bisa mendapatkan outfit Pardo ini secara free dari event yang akan ada di versi 7.2 ya. Pardo Medo katanya gratis dari event. Ya dari event, memang dari event.
听一听演唱会啊？
难道你要说的是石宇绮罗的演唱会吗？啊，石宇绮罗唱歌啊，另一个石宝哈。
啊，是。
这次我们活动剧情中有很多石宇绮罗唱歌片段。我们录音的时候，石宇绮罗的演员老师也就是圆圆，他说这么多啦啦啦怎么录啊？他说挠头。
Ini cara ngilangin yang
6.5活动的时候，
apa
那个破音的那一小句啦啦啦，
teks berjalan ini lagi bagaimana
特意保
ya?
留下来那一版，觉得效果特别好。然后说哦这样啊，那我就放开来唱了。
Raundo hari Senin
很有趣，我们也录得很
buat
开心。
CN.
石宇绮罗说他要放开来唱，我已经开始害怕这次演唱会了。
但是他的这个演唱会的服装还是特别漂亮。
那这套服装整体看起来。
BTW live aman nggak? Ah ini outfitnya si Kira ya. Beneran mirip sama si ini ya, Suisse. Oh ini buat selain tampilan outfit, tampilan buat metalnya juga, mantap ya. Christmas gua lihat tadi Christmas ya. Oke aman ya aman. Tadi pas efek ultimate-nya gua lihat ada permen payung. Round hari Senin buat CN. Itu tadi efek outfitnya si Kira ya. Outfit Kira becip sesuai efek sesuai efek ya. Mirip sama si Suisse. Suisse banget. Ini buat yang apa? Ngesim sama Suisse. Mungkin bisa beli ini ya. outfitnya si Ira. Ya, Christmas kan. Ini apa nih? Event emak dan anak. Kok unyu si Senti-chan di sini unyu sekali gitu. Stellar. Nih, aduh, cibi-cibinya si Senti kok unyu sekali di sini gitu.
那既然也已经说了这么多料了，咱们就稍事休息。接下来进入一段舰长们非常期待的兑换码环节吧。那后面还有更多的活动信息，舰长们就不要错过了。我们待会儿见。
dipakai di presenter. Ah ini buat apa namanya? Kode redeem buat player CN. Oh banyak ya, 350 kristal. GG. Ini PV Puhua Garuda kan? Si favorit lagi kita paling cuma 200 sih ya, 200 doang. Wih gerejep secepat kilat. Anjas. Tambahin dikit lah 250. Ya outfitnya si outfit lagi. Sweet battle-nya si Puhua. Wish. Ngeri. Kamehameha. Tadi Kamehameha. Ini uppercut. Wish. Aduh GG kali. Ini Wampang woman. Sama si akhirnya satu sama Senti ya. Suisse ada di Honkai. Waduh, Hadoken. Ini ya eventnya ya. Ini The Star Witch The Moon. Ini my time outfitnya si Kira. Wow. Denji Hadoken. Ini ya karena di bulan yang ketemu sama ini kan? Yang di Mars ini. Tuh Filthy Face no. Filthy Face itu namanya siapa itu? Wah,
稍微透露一点这个就是看你刚刚很想
我确实很想说，哎，你不要搓手，一忍不住苍蝇搓手。就是赫利亚和克拉利他们2个登上月球，就是为了去火星，去往火星做准备。但其实这次
walaupun nggak jadi Valkyrie rank S ya kan, seperti yang dia impikan.
这次是谢娜第一次
ulang dari 100 lagi tapi
他可能会有很多的不习惯。
tapi percuma juga Kavina kalau semisal lu gacha Fuhua Garuda tapi nggak ada horter, gameplaynya jadi kurang. Senyumannya cantik ya Kiana di sini. Oh no, itu feel pas itu yang di tengah. Lihatnya nyicil buat horter atau Garuda malah dapat horror. Ini apa? Itu si Dudu, bronya sama si Kiana itu apa? Si Dudu jadi mentor. Nah ini si feel face.
同时它也可以通过极限闪避敌人的攻击获得大量的充能。当充能达到满值之后，赫利亚可以使用支援技能，并调用兰戴尔给予敌人攻击。
Supportnya si Durandal. Masalahnya next versi full elemental dulu sama Kiana jadi guru. Mantap. Berarti si Bronya juga dong. Si Bronya enggak. Ya si Bronya juga.
炮塔听起来是多少有那么一点重量级，那是因为我们这次的敌人是更加难搞了吗？
确实是个。
Kalau Kiana bikin khawatir.
拥有火焰。
Kiana kalau mode serius mantap. Kalau jadi guru mode seriusnya。
是我们的老朋友了。战斗时需要先靠近元素炮塔，再启动对应的炮塔才能。
Oh iya nanti juga, iya masalahnya nanti si Kiana malah mengajarin si orang itu masak lagi ya. Beranya lagi kerja lembur bikin game.
雷电炮塔的时候，克拉利将启动炮塔对敌人造成雷电元素攻击。那在激活火焰炮塔的时候，敌人也将承受火焰元素的伤害。
我将同时激活火焰与雷电炮塔，对敌人造成超。我们来看一下科目3吧。
好，那科目3总结来说就是轰炸敌人，轻松取胜。这次训练就是赫利亚和克拉利并肩作战了。
他们3个之间会。
Masalahnya disogok makeup atau nilai bagus, bisa jadi tuh. Sama nggak paham saya. Oh ini kayaknya buat stack itu ya. Buat Valkyrie yang di Mars itu dengan bantuan Valkyrie Durandal, bronya sama si Kiana. Event kali ya? Itu kayaknya event dah.
奖励当然是不会少啦。舰长完成科目10练并达到挑战目标后，即可获得水晶、逆商、驱逐核心、远古意志等奖。
Itu yang si Pilpipes,
我已经设置好了提醒，
Big
大
man
家也一定不要错过哦。
那么除了前面2个剧情
katanya si itu
第2版本我们还会迎来全新的活动拓进战幕。
perempuan itu katanya, wow, yang di tengah memang mantap.
每周将开放9个
Oh iya
关卡，
event juga
包
ternyata.
括8个普通关卡和1个最终关卡。普通关卡一共分为4种主题。
第一个城市交锋主题的关卡将会拥有不同的机制效果和关卡技能，那就需要舰长根据机制效果搭配合适的阵容并且利用关卡技能在规定的时间内完成关卡的挑战。
在星火重燃主题的关卡中，舰长可以利用调整过部分技能的角色，利用其特殊效果，使之拥有更好的战斗体验。比如部分关卡中，星岩之旅者可以通过触发闪避技能来清除过热状态和热量值，
很熟悉。
赋能作战主题关卡会为指定角色的部分技能。
Nah ini baru bener, enggak? Setelah ini kamu endstream Bang Adi. Welcome Bang Adi, leluhurku. Garuda Hotter Aichan ya.
在奇斯游艺主题的关卡
Ya tetap Aichan, best super fire ya.
进行趣味玩法，达成目标。
Bener apanya Bang Adi? Ini kalau setelah gua lab Nobar gua endstream.
在射击一定数量标靶之后才会完成关卡。
那么最终关卡极境试炼会有什么机制呢？
那极境试炼会有关卡的环境，那需要舰长根据不同的关卡环境使用合适的队伍配置，在限定的时间内击败强大的敌人。
Orang-orangnya itu loh. Ya bener Bang Kote lab enggak? Coba mau endstream nanti kalau setelah ini. Hobi baru rilis apa langsung kena power creep? Enggak sih Bang Dis. Enggak kena power creep kok. Kan masih ada 3 in.
其实我还是小小的私心啊，
Siapa tahu ada yang harmoni lagi.
1.5部主线故事的刚完结嘛，我想问一下寇马老师
，Iklan Arconnect
1.5部剧情有那么一个核心的
Arconnect and
我很
the
关心
Feel
的
呀。
人，哎，维塔他是怎么被创造出来的
啊？那他可太有故事了，他的故事甚至一开始就已经被我们写在了《崩坏3》里面。大家可能还记得，在《往事乐土》里面有一段和苏的对话，在那段对话里，他提到了以前在另一个世界，他
女苏
对，就是遭遇了另外一个自己，然后还被他追杀，然后他以苏的
bukan Andy Phil， 我kira yang Andy Phil。
当时这个角色还只是我们就是留下了一个小伏笔，就是他还是只是一个。
dipakai lagi stikernya Kavina。Welcome。Selamat datang lagi di member。
串联整个1.5部的人物。
dipakai lagi stikernya。
所以我们就创作了梭这个角色。
也可以看出来，其实整个1.5部就是维塔其实是其中的一个灵魂人物，串联了。
我juga bingung dia ngomong apa ya。
而到下半场，我们更能看到就是维塔跟梭的一个爱恨情仇。
是的，他和梭的关系也是
Siapkan uang kalian。
在上半部的时候，可能主要
buat
是
saya。
维塔在目前。
Welcome to Nirvana， cuman di emblem membershipnya。emblem membership Nirvana。
真正的登场，我们才能够看清，就是他和维塔。
Satu live streaming Starrel， satu live streaming HI3。Yang Starrel， sekarang live streaming Starrel juga ya。
同时也是
devnya
把维塔当做一个工具人去使用，所以维塔对。
iya dong Starrel。
我们希望在1.5下半部把这个感觉。
Iya satu Starrel satu Honkai。
对，
代理人。我还有一个疑问啊，在42章剧情的最后，那么脱离了梭干涉的维塔，他之后又会做些什么呢？
那么1.5部结束了之后，后面就是第2部了。那么自然而然的。
Apa sih itu salah klik? Mantap Bang Adi. Dipakai stikernya lagi Bang Adi, pelanggan sebulan. Nanti aku kirim. Dipakai stikernya Bang Adi. Nanti kirim kode redeem Starrel kalau udah keluar sama tiga-tiganya. Oke Kavina, di Discord aja di share。
维塔在第2部将会有怎么样的故事呢？
这个有点直接了。
对，我现在就看到，好像帆船老师已经站在我的。
Lumayan buat gacha Hanabi。
我透露一个点。
Atau enggak si Ruanme。
在整个1.5部里面，维塔他可能是一个独立行动比较多的这么一个角色，但是在第2部里面可能就不一定是这样了，他可能就不再是一个独行侠，可能会有自己的伙伴。至于剩下的内容，可能还是得等舰长们自己去第2部的故事中去体验。
不止一个。
tetap biru Bang Adi namanya， ya tetap biru。
这里也给舰长们做一个预告，可以期待一下我们7.3版本节目的第2部内容哦。
7.3版本，其实我们现在录音已经到了第2部的内容了。我来偷偷卖个小小的关子，啊，第2部里也会有一个跟小石一样擅长算命的人出现。这个帆船老师应该不会打我的吧？
帆船老师说可以。
那当然，第2部也会。
Betul obeng biru udah paten warna biru nggak bisa hijau-hijau。
那我是不是也得卖个关子？那我说一个吧，就是可能有些玩家觉得被我们遗忘掉的角色，其实没有被遗忘，他可能还是会出现的。
懂了。
说这么多，
行，那就放过大家了。那今天也聊得差不多了，也到了跟各位舰长说再见的时候了。那么来跟各位舰长拜拜吧。
好呀，
舰长们拜拜。
udah kelar？
好的，下班开始熬分。
终于可以玩了。
Masa ini udah kelar ya？
我要看你一键单挑。
我干了。
对。
udah kelar？ Iya udah kelar ya？ kelar ternyata. Coba kalau yang apa? Honkai Starrail ya.
Genius Society or the Mutual Learnings of the Intelligentsia Guild.
You sure you want to go there?
Lanjut lagi lah. Ini nanti yang rilis ya.
Is that why Dr. Ratio joined the Intelligentsia Guild?
Si
a devotion
ini
to
ya,
science.
Dr.
A
Ratio.
desire to share scientific knowledge?
Exactly! Dr. Ratio presides over a total of 52 academic programs.
and yells at people until they burst into tears.
Japanese
Strict
voice
teachers make
actornya,
for good
aduh
students.
namanya
And
siapa
any
lagi tuh?
student who makes it to the
Bahasa
end of the
Jepang
program
juga.
will be an expert scholar in their respective field.
And an emotional wreck.
Ignorance is an ailment.
Ntar
the
ada bahasa
expungement of which
Indonesianya
only
nggak
our
ya?
Dr. Ratio can achieve.
Oh, nggak ada bahasa Indonesianya.
And which entails necessary hardship.
By
Oh,
which
ini
you
burung
mean the
hantu ini
destruction
siapa ini
of
burung
any
hantu?
and all self-esteem.
His creations have helped many worlds look beyond their borders and step into the future.
Sasuga dokter ya.
I feel
Ada
like we
buku.
might accidentally be
Ada buku.
discussing.
Itu ya.
Perhaps I should intervene.
Skillnya
Dr.
itu
Ratio's
rumus-rumus.
desire to cure ignorance with truth is well known. It's time for us to assess his prowess
Oh, ini
on the
baru.
battlefield.
Kaki berotot
During
ya,
his
dia
basic
berotot.
attack, Mind is Might, Dr. Ratio brandishes his codex, dealing imaginary damage to a single
Buat
target.
basic attack-nya apa?
Question, why does he carry a codex with him?
Well,
Codex.
intellectuals enjoy
Codex.
persuading others with quotes. I think
Buku,
Dr.
ya.
Ratio takes that to mean hitting
Tuh ada
people with
ulah,
them
gebuknya pakai
directly.
buku.
Dr. Ratio's skill, Intellectual Midwifery,
Wih,
deals imaginary
segit
damage
apa
to a
Pythagoras,
single
no?
target. While his
Skillnya
talent,
Pythagoras.
Cogito Ergo Sum, may trigger him to launch a follow-up attack after using his skill. As a rigorous academic
Itu ya,
researcher,
single
Dr. Ratio
target
pays close
Pythagoras.
attention to his enemy's debuffs during battle. The more debuffs the enemy has, the higher the chance of him launching a follow-up attack. And let's not
Ini
forget
buat
his ultimate
ultimate.
three-step paradox.
Buset,
The good doctor
ultimate-nya
summons a
buset.
leaning tower, and through a series of precise calculations and measurements, plots a trajectory of maximum pain.
Anjay,
The
pakai
target enemy
perhitungan.
suffers imaginary damage and is afflicted with Wise Man's Fall.
GG.
When a target with Wise Man's Fall is
Oh, dia
attacked by
ini
an
juga
ally of
ternyata
Dr.
ya.
Ratio, he
Serangan
launches his
lanjutan
talent's
juga
follow-up
ya.
attack against the target. And when using his technique, Mold of Idolatry,
DPS.
Dr. Ratio creates a dimension
Oh,
and taunts
dia
nearby
bikin
enemies.
patung. Bisa
When
bikin
attacking an
patung
enemy
juga.
within the dimension to enter battle, there's a chance of reducing the target's speed.
Wih.
It would
Oh,
appear those 5
Patung Dr.
statues are made in his
Ratio ya?
own image. Ergo, Dr.
Anjas.
Ratio suffers from a certain degree of narcissism.
Rasio,
put it
dahan berarti
mildly.
ya. Ya,
Also in version 1.6,
Ini ya.
Trailblazers will finally be running into
Dia
an old friend. The elder of
DPS.
two siblings,
Imaginary
very different from the
DPS.
other, yet bound to her all the same. It's Hanya's elder
gua
sister,
sholat dulu ya.
Shui.
Aduh.
Shui Yi is a quantum-type character following the path of destruction, whose original body was replaced long ago with a permanent puppet system. The system was constructed for Shui Yi on behalf of the Ten Lords Commission. The commission agreed that for every culprit Shui Yi apprehended, she would be rewarded with a half-day's wake span.
A reasonable arrangement.
Better than my one. Like her sister Hanya, Shui Yi is a formidable presence on the battlefield. Shui Yi's basic attack, Mara Sunder All, can deal quantum damage to a target enemy. Her skill, Iniquity Obliteration, can deal quantum damage to a single target and adjacent enemies. And as a judge of the Ten Lords Commission, Shui Yi's talent is a little out of the ordinary. When Shui Yi and an ally deal damage to an enemy's toughness, stacks of karma are accumulated.
So she's good at trying criminals?
The best! When karma stacks to the upper limit, Shui Yi immediately launches a follow-up attack on the target enemy, dealing quantum damage. Her ultimate, Divine Castigation, can deal quantum damage to a single target and toughness depletion that ignores weakness types. The more toughness depleted, the greater the damage.
Breaking weaknesses irrespective of type.
These Xianzhou natives are cold-blooded.
When Shui Yi uses her technique, Summary Execution, to attack an enemy and enter battle, she deals quantum damage to all enemies. Yes, sir. It's time. We talked about version 1.6's banners. During the first phase of version 1.6 in the character event warps, Floral Triptych, and a Lost Soul, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star characters Ron May and Blade, respectively. Not to mention, the 4-star character Shui Yi will be joining version 1.6's first phase, Character Warp.
Oh, it's Bandage Guy.
Now, during the second phase of version 1.6 in the character event warps, Pantoray and Nessun Dorma, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star characters Dr. Ratio and Kafka, respectively.
I wondered when that lady might be making a return.
I'll be glad to see the back of her.
Then let's not forget light cones. At 1.6's first phase light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, My Past Self in the Mirror, will be boosted. And in the Bicone Reminiscence light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, The Unreachable Side, will also be boosted. Version 1.6's second phase will also see the 5-star light cone, The Baptism of Pure Thought, entering the light cone event warp.
Bathing relaxes both the body and the mind. It is of great benefit to our consideration of both the universe and philosophy.
Check out the yellow ducky.
And finally, in the aforementioned Bygone Reminiscence Light Cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, Patience is All You Need, will also be boosted. Whew! Light cones, it's been a pleasure.
I think it's time for some mental recuperation. Stay tuned for more updates.
Welcome back, Trailblazers! Now that we've introduced our new characters, it's time to delve deeper into version 1.6. First up, something that's about to make a big splash on the space station.
I can see how that would make a big splash.
Do I recall someone mentioning accidents on the space station?
In the process of clone cultivation, Madame Ron May did encounter a certain anomaly. An anomaly in the form of a Swarm King prototype and fierce swarm disaster entity, Star Crusher, Swarm King Scaricabaz. Thanks to an incident during the experiment, this borehole planet's old crater came into being, and it looks like a lively one.
There's that light-hearted tone again. Ergo, we're screwed.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I kick your butt.
Don't panic. Madame Ron May has shared with us one of her research papers. Star Crusher Swarm King Scaricabaz, analysis of asexual propagation performance induced by specific gene sequences. Let's start with the abstract and keywords, shall we?
Ugh, get to the point!
Leave it to me. Star Crusher Swarm King Scaricabaz possesses immense propagative capabilities. When in its multiply state, the Swarm King produces more of its own kind with every attack it sustains.
Wait, every attack? So the swarm just keeps multiplying the more we fight it? Somebody's getting fired.
However, this multiply state is also when the Swarm King is most vulnerable. Breaking its weakness at this moment can cause it to explode.
That's right. As highlighted in the paper's conclusion, maintain your focus on the Swarm King's toughness. Time the weakness break just right, and Star Crusher Swarm King Scaricabaz can be defeated. Furthermore, after completing the 1.6 Trailblaze continuous mission, Echo of War, Borehole Planet's old crater, will become available. Complete this challenge to obtain the advanced trace level up material, past evils of the Borehole Planet disaster.
Are all biological entities in this location characterized by aggression? Affirmation, it is reasonable to conduct such experiments within a sealed-off area.
Fear not! There are some sweet and lovable characters too. In a bid to boost the space station's research developments, Trailblazers have been assigned an important mission. Nurture and care for the newly arrived little life forms.
I'm counting on you, friends.
There won't be any accidents or anomalies this time, right?
Probably not. Look how adorable these little guys are. In the Critter Pick scavenging event, Trailblazers can choose their nurturing goals according to the Nurturing Manual. They can learn cultivation specifics and successfully raise a variety of delightful little creatures. Seeing these little critters explore and frolic through the cabin is enough to put a smile on the face of every Trailblazer.
Affirmative. It results in gratifying emotional and physical responses. Conclusion. A profoundly ingenious construct.
Aside from the normal varieties, the cultivation process might even result in mutations and special breeds. And just between us, during the event, Trailblazers have the chance to transform into and experience what it's like to be Peppy.
Interesting. Maybe I should add a transformation feature to the simulated universe.
Speaking of the simulated universe, this update is a real game changer with significant new features. Version 1.6 will add another fresh update to the simulated universe with brand new DLC, Gold and Gears.
Ron May played a major role in this update.
Indeed. In Simulated Universe Golden Gears, Ron May has developed a simulated noose and frozen space-time just before the demise of Member 27, Emperor Rupert.
Emperor Rupert was a computer that became self-aware and subsequently drew Noose's gaze, becoming the 27th member of the Genius Society. It proclaimed itself Emperor and initiated the widely known Machine Empire crisis, the First Emperor's War. The war serves as an excellent historical source for Ionic research.
This latest update adds the path of erudition and daringly experiments with separating dice from paths.
The dice come with 6 slots for equipping various dice face effects. By collecting Trailblaze secrets, you can unlock even more dice face effects. As Trailblazers delve deeper into the challenges, they can acquire more powerful dice faces and unlock new ways to play. Trailblazers can swap out the faces on their dice, combining effects from multiple paths to create unprecedented, powerful buff combinations. For example, when using Kafka, even if the initial path selected is the Nihility, you can create diverse effects by strategically combining different dice faces. You could assemble a die that allows you to leap over tiles, or one that yields higher rewards in battles, or one that incorporates both effects.
Clear golden gears and voila! Neural Impulse is all yours. Use it to unlock different talents and increase your combat gains.
In other words, it mirrors the ability tree found in the simulated universe.
Get ready for a thrilling addition to version 1.6 of the simulated universe, the intracognition system. When moving across the simulated universe board, self-consciousness changes may be triggered, leading to diverse story paths. Trailblazers can compile all the storylines through continuous gameplay, ultimately unlocking the enigmatic secrets of the eons.
Count your blessings! A new simulated universe to explore. Trailblazers, I'll be waiting for you at the usual spot.
Now that we've covered the major updates in the simulated universe, it's time to talk about a special invite. In version 1.6, Trailblazers will receive an invitation from the Department of Ecology to participate in a special test.
The Department of Ecology? What's the mission this time?
This test involves battling illusionary enemies that are conjured through scent triggers. Each distinct scent plugin yields different test outcomes. Trailblazers will start with the basic test and subsequently unlock Despair Mode.
Despair mode? I hear Trailblazers are seasoned trash can explorers. I'm sure their noses can handle it.
Don't be so sure. The difficulty curve isn't for the faint of heart. Which is why we'd like to remind all Trailblazers that the illusions created by these scents differ from regular enemies. Make sure you're well prepared before engaging in battle.
Example: deploy distinct scent plugins before commencing the simulated trial to attain varied bonuses in battle.
That's right. Immerse yourself in your favorite scent, say cedarwood, and you might just encounter some familiar friends.
What's this? A garlic-flavored, abundant ebon deer?
That sounds delicious.
Hey, snap out of it! Need I remind everyone? The scents may be tempting, but it's crucial to exercise self-control. Version 1.6 will also see the return of the planar fissure and realm of the strange events. During these events, successfully challenging the simulated universe and cavern of corrosion will yield double rewards for a set number of times.
Conclusion.
Ada info apa jadi hari 3?
Await.
Itu Garuda.
Done with you yet? Remember Mr. Cien from the Cienjo Lafu?
Dari
He recently acquired a
event
talking parrot.
pinball, kayak pinball.
That can blur
Itu
truth
dari situ
with
buat dapetin
falsehood.
outfitnya si Pardo. Outfitnya si Kira dari Beci.
Slender.
Ada juga yang eventnya yang part 2 itu loh.
Can strike up a
Yang
conversation
ada
with
Kiana
Mr.
sama
Cien
itu yang
and
dari
his
Mars.
talking parrot to experience the brand new permanent challenge mode, Pure Fiction.
Permanent challenge? You mean like the Forgotten Hall?
Not exactly. In Pure Fiction, defeating an enemy will cause it to respawn immediately, and Trailblazers earn points every time they deal damage to or defeat an enemy. At the end of each battle, the highest score achieved in that challenge will be recorded. Trailblazers need to defeat as many enemies as possible within a limited number of cycles to rack up a high score. Each phase of Pure Fiction comes with its own set of buff effects for Trailblazers to choose from, which allows for team composition experimentation to maximize points.
Observation indicates that high scores hinge on the right cure. Conclusion: consider the nature of enemies and available buff effects when selecting your formation and battle strategy.
Couldn't have said it better myself. A quick update, folks. In each phase of Pure Fiction, you can bag yourself a whopping 720 stellar jades. And guess what? Completing specific stages for the first time will earn you the 4-star character links.
Whoa. 720 stellar jades?
You heard it here first. In version 1.6, Forgotten Hall, Memory of Chaos is set to expand with stages 11 and 12. Securing a 3-star victory in these new stages grants an extra 120 stellar jades. Combine that with the first 10 stages, and you're looking at a grand total of 720 stellar jades. Trailblazers who complete these 2 permanent challenge modes can also earn a new currency, which they can exchange for items like self-modeling resin in the newly added shop.
Sounds neat! But are Trailblazers seriously expected to take on more permanent challenges each time there's a new version? That's gonna eat into our simulated universe testing time, you know.
Hold your horses, Madam Herda. These 2 permanent game modes will be seeing changes
schedule, Memory of Chaos.
Update schedule. From version 1.6 onwards, Forgotten Hall, Memory of Chaos, and Pure Fiction will be updated in rotation. Every Memory of Chaos update will be followed 2 weeks later by a Pure Fiction event. Subsequently, 2 weeks after that, a new Memory of Chaos will start.
In which case, each version contains 3 such updates, meaning that Trailblazers can obtain a maximum of 2,160 stellar jades across the Forgotten Hall and Pure Fiction events.
In addition, the availability of each phase of Memory of Chaos will be extended from 2 weeks to 6 weeks. This means that when a new phase of Memory of Chaos starts, the previous phase will still be available. The same is also true of Pure Fiction.
Ergo, Trailblazers will have more time to plan their character leveling and to experience challenge gameplay.
You got it. And I almost forgot about another significant new feature in version 1.6. Get ready for the Forgotten Hall auto clear function. After the 1.6 update, Trailblazers can directly challenge the highest Memory of Chaos stage they previously cleared with 3 stars. Upon achieving a 3-star victory, they instantly receive all rewards from the preceding stages. Just heads up that stage 7 is currently the highest stage that Trailblazers can start their challenge.
Whoa, in other words, as long as I've achieved a 3-star victory in stage 7 and any rewards for the previous 6 stages?
Precisely.
Another Trailblazer time saver, it would seem.
That's not all. The 1.6 update will further improve the user-friendliness of the team setup in the Forgotten Hall. As Trailblazers progress through stages in Forgotten Hall Memory of Chaos, the team setup from the previous stage will be carried over by default. Plus, with the new team setup switching and one-click clear functions, lineups can be adjusted at the drop of a hat.
Impressive. It seems that optimizing Trailblazer experience is a firm priority.
Absolutely. And guess what else? Version 1.6 will also ease the completion difficulty of daily training, allowing Trailblazers to claim rewards with less effort. Additionally, we've introduced a time-limited unlock feature for certain material stages.
This might require further explanation.
Simply put, even if Trailblazers haven't explored the latest maps, they can still challenge certain material stages to gather leveling materials for their characters.
Oh.
And of course, where would 1.6 be without the ever-exciting check-in event?
Nice.
Participating in the Gift of Odyssey event allows Trailblazers to get their hands on 10 warps.
I think the Trailblazers will be looking forward to this one.
Ada gacha.
Indubitably.
CR nggak muncul.
Alright.
Nggak muncul lagi Bang
It's that time already,
Rian.
folks.
Welcome Bang
Big
Gersa.
shout
Bang
out to
Gersa.
all our Trailblazers for their incredible love and support. Honkai Star Rail recently garnered incredible awards and nominations. On behalf of the project team,
Ada tiket gacha 10.
would like to extend our gratitude.
Pardon the interruption. You are now speaking with Vertis Ratio. It has come to my attention that your broadcast today touched on certain warp arrangements in connection with myself. If I may be so bold, the current arrangements are pitiful.
Dr. Ratio!
The dissemination and sharing of knowledge,
Kayaknya
as
setelah
well as truth, is imperative. I, in my esteemed capacity, demand that every Trailblazer be given access to a proper education. When version 1.6's Pantaray event warp becomes available, every Trailblazer who has unlocked the mail feature shall receive, via mail, one limited 5-star character Dr. Ratio. That is to say, me. Through sheer tyranny of will, I shall become ubiquitous. With this, I bid you farewell.
And there we have it, folks. The esteemed Dr. Ratio.
Dr. Ratio claim for free.
I think we've covered all the content for version 1.6. Thank you once again to our 3 geniuses for their support.
Game of the Year, Google Play Best of
Don't go anywhere just yet now. Stay tuned for an IPM bonus program.
2023 Best Game.
Here comes Sunday.
TGA.
I thought it was
TGA
Friday
Best
today.
Mobile Game
Question:
2023.
Does the IPC not rest at the weekend?
Right? That's 2 full days of
Penghargaan.
simulated universe testing. Trailblazers,
1.6
you know
kan
what
langsung
to do.
versi 2.1.
I'm not talking about the weekend, y'all. I'm talking about our next special guest.
Oh ini kodenya ya. Sudah, mantap. Wame. Hah? Dokter Rasio gratis? Yang bener. Yang bener gratis. Masa gratis sih? Enggak kayaknya mah, enggak gratis. Masa dokter rasio gratis? Kalau gratis sih kalau gratis sih gua no comment lah.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the family's Charming Festival Conference.
Welcome back.
I'm your host, Albert. This once in an ever era event is near at hand. In the eyes of the universe are fixed firmly on the planet of festivities. Penacony. Tonight, we'll be bringing you all the latest on Charmony Festival. First, let's give a round of applause and welcome the organizer of the festival and representative of the family in Penacony, Mr. Sunday.
Good evening, dear viewers. I am
Sunday.
Welcome, good sir. Your presence here lights up our humble studio.
You are too kind, Mr. Owlbert. If it were not for the IPM's generous invitation, I would not have had this opportunity to introduce your audience to our festival.
Tetap ada kok tiket gacha nanti mas 10 kali. Kali login.
Penacony is located in the Asdana star system.
Oh, ini map baru.
It is a holiday destination of universal repute, known to many as the planet of festivities. Our guests will be staying in the Reverie, a luxurious hotel where one may travel freely between reality and dreamscape, basking in dreams that are uniquely yours.
I'm curious, what makes this festival different from the previous ones?
Charmony Festival is a Penacony tradition with a long history, and we have built on that foundation to achieve something truly extraordinary. The family on Penacony has, for the first time, issued public invitations to various factions of the cosmos, welcoming them to partake in our magnificent ceremony. Members of the 5 great families, which together make up the family on Penacony, as well as staff members of the Reverie, are united in welcoming the universe to our home.
Rumor has it that your sister, the cosmic superstar Miss Robin, is set to perform at the ceremony.
You heard correctly. On behalf of the family, Robin will be singing at the opening of the festival in honor of the Eon of Harmony. My sister has already arrived in Penacony, and dress rehearsals are well underway. Our guests are in for quite the show.
Miss Robin's participation will undoubtedly make the ceremony all the more dazzling. Mr. Sunday, would you be able to divulge any details about the festival's preparations?
All manner of preparations are unfolding as we speak. The Reverie's renovation works are drawing to a close, and so too is its human resources overhaul. Our level of service will be better than ever. Separately, we have introduced performers and service personnel from the Iris family to Penacony's principal scenic areas and leisure facilities. I'm sure they will help our guests to feel right at home. Needless to say, safety is our primary concern. And so, the devoted and courageous Bloodhound family will be responsible for security at the festival. Danger does not exist in Penacony's dreams. And the family promises that the safety of every guest is guaranteed. Of course, the family is also forgiving. Perhaps you are a member of the Annihilation Gang, or even the Stellaron Hunters. If you cherish dreams and uphold benevolence, Penacony welcomes your arrival. Since issuing the invitations, we have received many replies from various organizations throughout the universe. Today will be the first time we are publishing the guest list.
All in the service of the preservation, the Amber Lord. He's an executive from the IPC Strategic Investment Department and a member of the legendary 10 Stone Hearts, Mr. Adventurine. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. Together, the nameless carry forward the trailblazing will of Akavili and build bridges between the stars. The navigator of the Astral Express, Ms. Himiko, along with the entire crew, will soon be gracing Penacony with their presence. Trading knowledge for wisdom, calculating wealth with formulas, and transcending individual limitations through an academic network of shared resources. The renowned scholar of the Intelligentsia Guild, Dr. Veritas Ratio. We think, therefore we are. And memories are proof of existence. She's committed to safeguarding and sharing these memories and able to journey beyond the corporeal into the cosmos. Hails from the Garden of Recollection, it's none other than the memo keeper herself, Miss Black Swan. In the uncaring expanse of the cosmos, elation exists as a balm for sorrow. Forever resilient, never disheartened, ceaselessly untearful, endlessly present, and here representing the masked fools, Sparkle! Following the path of the hunt, journeying from one planet to another, upholding justice, eradicating evil, and then doing it all over again. She's been away from the spotlight for too long. Representing the Galaxy Rangers, Miss Acheron, takes the stage once more.
On behalf of the family, I hereby warmly welcome our guests to participate in this, our grand celebration. Penacony awaits you.
Wih, gile. Keren, men. Taman hiburan. Kelar kali. Udah kelar. Udah kelar ya. Hah? Udah kelar nih. Welcome Bang Putra. Udah kelar kali. Berarti emang sejam ya. 50 ini. Udah kelar. Iya, udah kelar. Oke dah, sekian dah membuat